something that can hide your cuckoo bird lah to other guys, so they won't see it. But then like when I came in, I was like, wow.
TheSmartLocal.com.
Hi!
Hello.
Were there any culture shock moments you have faced when travelling or living overseas?
Okay, I was once in like Yunnan, China. I feel like these kind of things, right, you only hear it like word of mouth that like toilets don't have doors, don't have stalls also, Like it's literally just 6 rectangles. Which is the squat toilet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. So when you go inside the toilet, right, there's like 5 other ladies over there doing their business. So you literally have to see like which toilet bowl is empty, then that one is yours. Okay, so everybody goes up at the same exit. So you just walk in, then you just slot yourself in. Okay, you know what? We're all girls kind of thing, right? So like, I have no choice. I need to pee. So I just squat down. But I squatted for damn long. And I was like, why the pee never come out? It's a psychological thing. I feel like I've never had my bits exposed like that. It took a lot of willpower, like, please pee. If not later I cannot find any other toilets. What if the next toilet is worse?
I was in Philippines for a project, right? And I was there for about, I think, 2 weeks. They ate like balut, which is like a delicacy in the Philippines. So I was like, okay, this is super shocking because egg, right, is not an egg yolk, So when you crack it open, right, you can actually see the legs and the feathers and the beak. And then people just like crack it and then just like... And I was like, okay. Like, I respect the delicacy, but the thing is I didn't dare to eat lah. But I was quite shocked because I didn't know that such a delicacy existed. Because I do not know how people can just eat with the feathers.
In Japan, like, sorting their rubbish is very important. They were so strict to the point where like, if your rubbish as a whole has like maybe recyclable things, paper cup or like plastic around a paper cup, you're supposed to separate. Means you tear out the plastic, throw into the correct respective bins. Make sure you know like each material is for which bin, then you throw it properly. And then they are all educated doing it. So all the kids, they also know one. But it's like Singapore, we don't know lah. We just like, this is one rubbish, right? Then we just throw it like that. After that, somebody walk up to me and tell me like, no, wrong, you never separate. Then I'm like, I think there are moments where I like keep the trash in my bag and then throw it back in my apartment, right? Because I scared like if I throw it in the streets outside, then wrong, then people can say like, hey, wrong like they are damn paiseh. So I rather keep my trash and throw in the apartment.
I would say mine is more of a reverse culture shock because I did most of my primary school studies in Australia and I got their culture and their vibe, which is that the strangers you encounter in your everyday life, they will speak to you very casually as if y'all know each other. At first I was very taken aback because I was just a kid, but then when I came back for secondary school, I tried to give that treatment to my block neighbour. Like I get in the lift first, then I come down, like the door open, and then I see a lady coming in. I was like... And then she looked at me like I'm some 小杂包, and then she was like... And then she started using her phone angrily, and then I was like very hurt, like... You did not return my greeting, because in Australia, they would have been like, hi, how you doing? Wow, I feel like so, you actually care about me. And then even like the service staff, they won't just say like, hello. They will actually ask like, how's your day? How are you feeling? I miss the friendly white people.
When I was in Taiwan, the people were all so nice, the food was great, like the view was good. But honestly, the toilet, they would put this big sign over there that say, do not flush toilet paper. I remember the toilet was damn smelly because I was sitting on the toilet bowl, right? And then there'll be this bin next to you that is just filled with toilet paper. Imagine 100 people's like soiled toilet paper next to you, right? Then you're just sitting there smelling not just your own shit, but other people's shit and other people's pee.
Disgusting shit.
This is quite common in a lot of countries that you don't flush toilet paper. I was very surprised because the whole of Taiwan looked quite like advanced in a way, but it's just that toilet thing that I was a bit put off. If any Taiwanese people are seeing this, I love you.
Korea has a few. I didn't know spitting culture there is so real that even the girls do it. There was one time I was like smoking with my friend at the event, right? And she's a very pretty girl, you know. So we were facing each other, we were like talking, then suddenly she in front of me, and I was like, and she like did it like so casually also. So I guess like spitting culture is very normal for them over there. But in Singapore, you know, like you get fined, right?
You get fined?
Yeah, you didn't know that like in Singapore, okay, like, it's a very long ago law. But last time when my primary school, Hao Kong Ming, they got say that you cannot speak in Singapore because you will get fined. I guess this is a generation gap. Cannot speak in Singapore, guys. Just like you know, in case y'all don't know.
I think it's 2018 lah. I went in Singapore for the first time. I went to the toilet and the first thing that I saw is like the cubicles, you know, the one on the wall. And they don't have partition. I was so shocked. Because like in the Philippines, right, most of the toilet, right, they got partition, you know. They have like you know, something that can hide your cuckoo bird lah to other guys, you know, so they won't see it. But then like when I came here, I was like, wow! Oh my god, my first time going to a toilet with a cubicle without partition. Cubicle also is the long one. You know, like usually the cubicle like that lah, like you know, like small one. But then this one is like the damn long. The basin of the cubicle is like very low there. So when you take out your cuckoo bird, you don't lean forward too much. People can just literally see your thing around there dangling or whatever. So I always, you know what I do? I always go at the end. Then I face like that. I use my body to block my cuckoo bird so people cannot see it.
I think the most interesting culture shock is just a part of a city, New York City, and I'm talking about the subway in particular, right? The New York subway is quite famous and it's really its own living, breathing ecosystem, right? But maybe you don't want to take such a deep breath inside because a lot of the stations smells like piss. Okay, so people on the subway are just like doing their own things, and then the scary part is suddenly, right, doors open, bang, a busker just comes in, dances, performs, raps, do whatever they need to take money from you, and then like they just leave at the next station. It was a whirlwind of a performance. They just swept through the entire cabin and I was just shocked. And I didn't pay lah, I was just a free watcher, you know, but like very scared to stare so long because the longer you look, the more they expect you to pay. And they are quite adamant and they're quite hard-selly in the way they'll just literally go up to you and wait for you to pay.
Another culture shock I had in the US was communication. I realized one thing can have many different names. For example, when I was in LA, my boyfriend and I was sleeping in and the hotel staff came to do some room service. So I opened the door and I told her like, oh, it's okay, don't need. Can you just help to clear the dustbin? Then she's like, I'm sorry? Like, can you clear the dustbin? Dustbin? Then I'm like, rubbish bin? Then she, I don't understand, what's that? Then I'm like, rubbish, trash, toilet. Then she, oh, we call that the trash can. Rubbish bin, dustbin, trash can, so many different words. Then they don't understand what is rubbish bin. I mean, it's literally rubbish bin. That was where I realized, wow, even though we are all speaking English, we might not be able to communicate as well. I know what they're talking about. They know what I'm talking about, but we might not understand each other. Another example is, I cannot ask for serviettes. They only understand napkins. Same thing, I cannot ask for utensils. I can only ask for cutleries. Why must have so many different names? I don't understand. But then right, for things like there's only one name, it's literally on the menu. Can I have one iced caramel macchiato? I'm sorry? Iced caramel macchiato? I don't understand, I'm sorry. Then after that, my boyfriend said one time, with a little bit of slang, then they understand. Iced caramel macchiato? I don't know.
Iced caramel macchiato.
I go to Japan, I speak to Japanese. Go to Korea, I speak to Korean. I feel better than speaking to Americans in English. Somehow there's a barrier where I speak to Americans in English compared to other people in other language. Yeah.
Like in America, everyone is super friendly and everyone says hi on the street, which doesn't sound like a bad idea until you realize that I'm an introverted person that avoids all social contact. I don't even say hi to my colleagues in like office, much less like random ass people on the street. If people just come out and say hi, good day, I'm like, do I know you? Who are you? Why did suddenly just randomly say good day? And this is one guy that was in a toy store, like staring at like a Transformers toy. I think I was just blanking out or something. And then he just came up to me and said,
"Whoa, what's your favorite Transformer?"
I thought I was going to get kidnapped. Like, I thought I got to say Bumblebee or some shit. And then he's like,
I got Bumblebee in my van. You wanna like, go and chill out in my van?
Then I'm like, I started being super hyper aware. I like looked around. I was like, is a gang gonna start like kidnapping me? I was very scared. And the worst thing is that it was in the Universal Studios, so I don't know why I was so scared.
I think one thing that's still fresh in my mind is my recent trip to Bangkok.
that Grab bike is actually very common there. And it's very cheap also. We were traveling on this road, right? Going forward. I guess the Grab person decided to switch routes and go to the highway instead. So imagine, we are going here. Cars here are coming here. There's a branch to the highway over here. So he just, okay, I go there. Then after that, we went on the intersection, incoming cars, and then he just went to the highway route. Interesting.
So in 2019, I went for a backpacking trip to China and then I visited Zhangjiajie. If you all don't know, right, it's the place where the trees in Avatar inspired by. But anyway, over there, I stayed in like a family-owned hotel. So the restaurant there, right, the food was all cooked by the family members of the hotel. And then we realized like how come every time we finish our food, right, like we empty our plates, then they will like offer to give more. I don't know if it applies to all areas of China, but for where I was at, apparently if you clean your plate like it's empty, it means that you are still hungry and the host needs to feed you more. So it's like a sign of impoliteness in a sense. So you are supposed to not finish your food to show that you are full. So that for me was a culture shock because it's very different from Singapore where my mother always tell me if I don't finish my food, my husband the face with a lot of pimples.
We have a new global channel and a new talk show segment called Culture Shock, where we invite foreigners from many different countries living in Singapore to share all sorts of interesting stories.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And ring the notification bell down below and watch our other videos over there.
And watch our new global channel. Bye!